and your very own Chaska Hawks. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps. Veterans in attendance may remain capped and render a hand salute as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. And now, here are tonight's starting lineup. Starting for the Red Knights, senior number 1, Daniel Ijadaboa. And for the Hawks at guard, 6-foot senior number 3, Cameron Wall. And starting for the Red Knights, senior number 2, Ryan Warren. And for the Hawks at guard, 6'2", junior, number 10, Dawson Reed. And starting for Benilde St. Margaret, senior, number 3, Camden Carter. And for the Hawks at guard, 6'8", senior, number 11, Matthew Coleman. And for the Red Knights, freshman, number 24, Jalen Wilson. And starting for Chaska at center, 6'9", senior, number 23, Brady Nicholson. And for the Red Knights, sophomore, number 34, Xavier Lundgren.
We welcome you inside Chaska High School for tonight's big Metro West matchup between the Chaska Hawks and the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights. Hi, everybody. Along with producer, engineer, cameraman Mike York, I'm Patrick Lulia with you from Chaska High School. The Hawks coming off a big revenge win over Chanhassen on Tuesday night, going into Chanhassen and beating the Storm, taking a little bit of payback from that victory by the Storm in this building earlier this season as the Hawks continue to turn the corner a little bit. Have won 4 out of their last 5. And the Red Knights come in, another big test upcoming for the Hawks tonight. Usual starting 5 for the Hawks: Cameron Wall, Dawson Reef, Matthew Coleman, Brady Nicholson, Jacoby Lyles. And the starters for the Red Knights: Daniel Ijadambola, Ryan Warren, Camden Carter, Jalen Wilson, and Xavier Lumpkin round out the starting 5 for the Red Knights. Nicholson will take the opening tip against Jalen Wilson. Matchup with the 2 leading scorers on these teams. Nicholson coming in with 23.6 points per game. Wilson at 13.3. He's actually second on the team, I apologize. As Nicholson will pick up an early foul, as underneath the basket was Camden Carter, so Carter will go to the line for repair of early free throws. So Nicholson already picking up an early foul, something that he had some trouble with a week ago here in that loss where he fouled out with 6 minutes left in the game. Against Robbinsdale Cooper, as the first free throw was no good for Warren. Does get the second free throw. It's 1-0 in favor of the Red Knights. 17:54 to go in the opening half. Coleman will work the ball into the front court. Coleman defended well. He's able to get it around Daniel Ijadimbola. Ijadimbola last season had a really good season for the Red Knights. Nicholson at the top of the circle with it. We'll work it off on the far side for Wall. Wall getting it under for Nicholson, who kicks it in the corner. Reef. Hawks forced to keep working it around the perimeter. And then the lob pass into the corner for Lyles. Lyles bounce pass underneath Nicholson. Able to step his way into the lane, but can't get the short hook shot to go. Ryan Warren, the leading scorer for the Red Knights with the basketball. 15.4 points per game coming in. Jalen Wilson. Wilson will take the three off the back rim. Rebound eventually comes down to Matthew Coleman, as Coleman will charge back into the front court with it in the lane. Now wings it into the corner as the three off the mark for Jacoby Lyles, and back up court come the Red Knights. Trying to drive into the lane is Warren. Warren lost the basketball. Ijadimbola able to get it back. Now Wilson in the lane goes to the left hand, able to get the layup. Jalen Wilson with the layup. Wilson has all 3 points. Lyles will take another three from the corner. That one will rattle off. Red Knights will carry the rebound back the other way with it, leading 3-0. 16-13 to go in the opening half. Floater in the lane goes down for Warren. 5-0 Red Knights with the early lead. It's Coleman. He's eyed by Camden Carter. Underneath for Nicholson. Off glass and good. Nicholson gets the Hawks on the board. Nicholson continuing a stellar senior season, 23.6 points a game. As the awkward shot doesn't go there, it comes back into the lane, and the rebound picked up by Jalen Wilson. Thinking about the long three. Now taking the long three is Warren. He can't get it to go, but another offensive rebound, and the short hook rolls off for Wilson. Hawks back in the front court with the basketball. Lyles trying to work the baseline, sets up Coleman for three, and he got it. Matthew Coleman hits the three. Actually, it'll be Dawson Reef who hit the three. 5-5, just about 3 minutes into the game. The Ijadimbola will leave it back off outside the perimeter. Kicked into the corner for Carter. Carter will work it back over for Lumpkin. Working the free throw line, then kicking it out. And the little floater layup doesn't go for Warren, and the rebound by Coleman as back into the front court with the basketball come the Hawks with 14:35 to go in the opening half. It's Coleman. Lyles will work it back down on the near side for Reef. Reef double teamed in the corner. Lyles with the basketball, gives it back for Reef trying to drive. Finding Wall underneath, who is fouled. Foul is on Ryan Warren. That's his first. Reef will go to the line, trying to give the Hawks the lead. First one rolls off. Maddox Alapate checks into the game. Alapate was a starter last season for the Red Knights, has shifted into the sixth-man role here this season for Benilde St. Margaret's. Getting his first action tonight. Reef's second free throw also no good, so we stay tied at 5. Warren. Into the lane is Alapate as his pass out of bounds. It'll go over to the Hawks. 14:01 to go in the opening half. 5-5 our score. So the Hawks starting to make some moves in the Metro West Conference. So many close losses, but now starting to get some of those close games to go their way. They've won 3 of their last 4. Only that tough loss last week against Robbinsdale Cooper, but they got the big win over Chanhassen on Tuesday night. They'll set up Wilson in the corner for 3, and he hits that. So the Red Knights go back in front 8-5. Metro West still a lot to be decided here in the final 3 weeks. Nicholson will set up for 3, and that'll be off the mark. Rebound for Warren. But the Hawks can only play who's in front of them. Let's keep piling up some victories as we head toward sectional play, and perhaps maybe the Hawks still in contention to get a home game despite the bad overall record. As a 3 off the mark there. Back the other way come the Hawks with the basketball. Reef driving into the lane, nearly had its pocket picked from behind. And then a steal the other way, and able to finish is Sam Best. 10-5, Red Knights with the lead, 12:47 to go in the first half. Well, the most beautiful thing about sectional play is everybody's going to get a chance. Well, if the Hawks can just keep piling up some wins going into the final 3 weeks of the regular season, they could be in good shape heading into the sectional tournament, and having played the schedule that they have against so many top-tier teams, especially in the opening half of the season in non-conference play, Hawks could definitely be a team to contend with. As Ali Ponte will pick up a foul. That'll be his first. Second team foul on the Red Knights. Wiles back with the basketball as the Hawks continue to work around the perimeter as Coleman works it back over for Wiles on the near side. Coleman will set up for the straight on 3 off the front rim. And the rebound pulled down by Sam Best. Wilson into the front court, spinning. Free throw lane jumper is good. 7-0 run for the Red Knights. 12 minutes to go in the opening half. 12-5, Benilde St. Margaret's leading. Another double team leads to an open 3 from the corner. That's off the mark for Wall. He gets his own rebound back, and he's fouled. Dolly Pate will pick up his second foul quickly.
Foul on Red Knights, number 0, Maddox Alabate, his second, team's third. Checking in for the Hawks, number 23, Brady Nicholson.
Nicholson will come back in for the Hawks, as well as the 3 starters for the Red Knights.
Number 10.
Had gotten a quick breather here early in the game, and all back in the game. Now Wiles underneath off the inbound, doesn't get it to go, but fouled.
Foul on Red Knights, number 1.
Foul is on Daniel Ajadambola. He picks up his first. 4th team foul already on the Red Knights. Wiles at the line to shoot a pair. For as good as Brady Nicholson has been, for the Hawks to really contend in sectional play down the stretch, they will likely have to find another source of scoring, as Nicholson the only player averaging over 10 a game. That impressive 23.8. Wiles' the second free throw off the mark. 12-6, Red Knights leading in the early going. Ajadambola double teamed as he leaves it off. Working his way up back into the lane and flirting it down on the near side is Best. Best drives into the lane, able to get it underneath Ajadambola, able to put it home.
Ajadambola for 2.
14-6, Benilde St. Margaret's in the early going as Best nearly comes away with a steal. The ball goes out of bounds off of Best. Inbound for Coleman. Gives it on into for Wall. It's now Lyles driving the baseline. He'll have to kick it back out. Wall will take the three. Yes. Cameron Wall with the big three. That cuts the deficit to 5, 14-9. 11 minutes to go in the opening half. Best working his way into the lane. Contested shot. No. Rebound Nicholson. Now we'll get a foul here on Ronald Lee. It looks like it will go against the offense. So Lyles picks up the foul. The second team foul. Simon Peterson checks in for Lyles with 10:44 to go in the first half. 14-9. The Red Knights leading it. To Jadambola. He's kind of dragging into the lane, and he double dribbled with it, so the ball goes over to the Hawks. Coleman also checking back in for the Hawks. Nicholson off the inbound will quickly drop it back off behind him. 10:30 to go in the first half. Hawks trailing 14-9. Nicholson double teamed. Long pass able to be brought down. Wall into the lane. Nicholson will take the three. Hits the rim once, hits the rim twice, doesn't get it to go down as Jadambola gets it into the corner for three from Best, and that's off the mark. 10 minutes to go in the first half. 14-9, Red Knights leading it. Wall from the corner for three, that's off the front rim. As Abu Kaita carries it ahead, leaves on Best now with 4 quick points. Coleman met by Lee and Jadambola, and we'll get a foul on the Red Knights.
Foul's called on Red Knights, number 1.
That'll go on to Jadambola, that's his second.
Back on the floor for the Hawks, number 10, Dawson Reed. Checking in for the Red Knights, number 2, Ryan Warren for the 20.
Dawson Reef back for the Hawks. Ryan Warren comes in for the Red Knights. Inbound to Nicholson. Nicholson spinning along the baseline, fighting his way to the hoop, and gets it to roll in. 16-11, the Red Knights leading. 9:17 to go in the first half. Lee spinning, leaves off for Ryan Warren. Warren floaters in the lane and goes off the side of the backboard. Reef. He was pressured along the baseline. And we'll get another foul that goes on the Red Knights.
Foul's on Red Knights, number 2, Ryan Warren.
That'll be the second on Ryan Warren, the 6th team foul on the Red Knights. Well, the Red Knights already playing with fire with their foul trouble. Already have 3 players with 2 each. Inbound for Coleman. Nicholson will work the perimeter, take the 15-footer, that's off the mark, and the rebound coming the other way for Lee. Lee leaving off for Best. Best works back into the corner, is taking the corner three is Jaden Daisy. And Daisy hits the three. Makes it an 8-point game once again, 19-11. Coleman is fouled by Daisy. And the Hawks already now in the bonus. It's the first on Jaden Daisy.
He's on Red Knights, number 10, Jaden Daisy. His first team's 7th foul. Substitution for the Red Knights, number 34, Xavier Lumpkin. With the line shooting the 1-on-1.
Lumpkin will check back in for the Red Knights. And at the line to shoot the 1-on-1 is Coleman, as the Red Knights already over the limit. Knights looking to play that aggressive defense, but the problem is they're picking up quite a few fouls already. We mentioned 3 players already with 2, Ali Pate, Daniel Ijadambola, and Ryan Warren. Second free throw is good for Coleman. 8:18 to go in the first half. It's 19-13 Red Knights leading. Daisy leaves back off for Wilson. Hard pass into the corner for Carter as Carter thought about driving the baseline, then he had to kick it back out. Carter will get it back for Daisy. Good interior defense and then driving the lane and able to finish the layup is Camden Carter. 7:43 to go in the first half. Red Knights 21, the Hawks 13. Brady Nicholson backed into the corner as he's fighting with Wilson. Nicholson I'm not sure if he was trying to take a shot or get a pass off. It hit the bottom of the backboard. The Hawks were able to maintain possession, and then Dawson Reef hits the big 3. 21-16, Red Knights leading. Wilson works back on the near side for Best. Daisy thought about another 3. Wilson spinning his way inside. Short range hook isn't there. 6:56 to go in the first half. 21-16, Red Knights leading. Nicholson along the baseline. Gets it back for Peterson as Peterson drives in. Contested too strong. The rebound for Best. Best works it into the free throw line. Then he gives back for Wilson. Now Carter driving into the lane. Daisy will set up for another 3. That goes in and out. Head for Reef. Reef got a nice screen along the baseline. Then he'll kick it into the corner for 3 for Coleman, and that rattles in and out. Reef comes up with the offensive rebound. Reef leaving back for Coleman. Coleman works into the near side corner. Wall. Nicholson on the far side. Now trying to work the baseline. Tried to get it into the corner, and the bad pass goes out of bounds. 6:04 to go in the first half. Red Knights 21, Chaska 16.
Number 2, Maddox Foster, number 24, Jacoby Lyles, and checking in for the Red Knights, number 4, Lukita. Number 11, Govan Ijadabola, and number 12, checking in, Ron Lee.
Red Knights make a bunch of substitutions, and then the 3 off the front rim for Dothan Ijadambola. Lyles back in the game along the baseline. His pass might have been tipped as Mack picking it up in the backcourt. Nope, they're going to say over and back. Looked like it might have been tipped as Lyles was trying to get the pass back out for Maddox Foss, but officials say the ball was not touched by the Red Knights, so it's a turnover. It's Wilson. Trying to work his way in with Ijadambola, then he'll kick it back out for Kaita as Kaita is taking steps, and the ball will go over to the Hawks. 5:27 to go in the first half, 21-16, the Red Knights leading. Again, aggressive defense from the Red Knights. But so far, that's really led to more fouls than anything. As again, the double team converges immediately on the ball as Nicholson gives back off for Lyles. Nicholson worked his way inside. He's fouled in the lane, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Fouls on Red Knights, number 12, Ron Lee, his first team's 8.
Ron Lee picks up the foul. That's his first, the 8th team foul. Nicholson will try to cut the deficit to 3 as he misses the first one. does get the second one. It's a 4-point game, 21-17. 5:06 to go in the opening half. Lee leaves back outside for Wilson. Wilson now spinning his way inside. Nicholson has him on lockdown. He'll have to kick it back out. So Jadambola leaves back off for Jalen Wilson. He'll take the long shot from just outside the free throw line. Ball is still loose on the floor. And the Hawks will carry it into the front court with Reef. Nearly tied up from behind. Swiles. Coleman will just back things out, and you see that aggressive defense again from the Red Knights. Hasn't really resulted in many turnovers so far, as Nicholson can't get the first layup to go. He's fouled on the second try. But already the 9th team foul with 4:16 to go in the half as Jalen Wilson picks up his first. Nicholson's first one is too strong.
Checking into the game now for the Red Knights, number 0, Max Calabate. Number 1, Daniel Jadambola. Number 2, Ryan Warren. And number 23, Samuel Best.
Again, the Red Knights will change 4 on the floor. Zalipante Jadambola back in along with Best. Second free throw good. It's a 3-point game. 4:15 to go in the half. Working his way into the lane and then having to kick it back out with Warren. Best with the basketball. Best is shoved to the floor. A late whistle, and now they will call the foul on Maddox Foss.
Hawks number 2, Maddox Foss, his first, team's third.
That's just the third team foul on the Hawks, so they're still in good shape with 3 fouls to give down the stretch here in the opening half. Zalipate with the basketball. Working his way in, getting the nice pass underneath was Warren. Couldn't get it to go, and now we will have a foul away from the basketball. Or perhaps not. 3:39 to go in the opening half. Wiles working it back around for Coleman. Coleman cross-court pass. Foss will take the 3. Got it. Maddox Foss with the 3. And the Hawks have tied the game. That's an 8-0 run for Chaska with 3:10 to go in the half. Best will take the 3 at the other end, and that's not there. Out of bounds over to the Hawks. Red Knights have led by as many as 8. But Maddox Foss caps off an 8-0 run to tie the game with that big 3. We go under 3 minutes to go in the opening half. Hawks still haven't really gotten Nicholson going yet either, as Foss will take another 3, and he got it. Maddox Foss for 3, and the Hawks have the lead for the first time in the game, 24-21, 2:40 to go in the half. Nearly stolen, but Best able to come up with it. Gets it down to Jadambola. He got tied up. Jump ball, it'll go over to the Hawks. 2:35 to go in the half. 24-21. Chaska with an 11-0 run. They take the lead for the first time. Foss with 3s on back-to-back possessions to tie the game and then give the Hawks the lead. Wiles nearly lost the basketball. He's able to recover. Coleman Leaves for Nicholson. Nicholson trying to create some space. Went up for a shot, lost the ball out of bounds as he was contested underneath.
On substitution number 32, Simon Peterson replacing Lyles.
Simon Peterson comes in for Lyles with 2:06 to go in the half. 9 team fouls for the Red Knights, still just 3 for the Hawks. It's Warren. Jadambola spinning into the lane, trying to push the layup, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair with 1:56 to go in the half. Foul goes on Dawson Reef. That's his first, just the 4th on the Chaska Hawks team. The first one doesn't go down for Ijadimbola. Coverage tonight presented by Kristen Nicholson of Edina Realty. We appreciate Kristen's generous support of CHBN. Yeah, the second free throw was good for Ijadimbola. That makes it a 2-point game. 24-22, 1:50 to go in the half. Coleman slows it down, trying to set up the offense. Ali Pate showing some more of that aggressive defense we've seen out of the Red Knights here in the first half. They will set up the 3, which was partially blocked from Foss. Ijadimbola into the front court, has it go off of his leg. No signal about whose basketball it is, and it looks like it will stay with the Red Knights. They're actually going to call a foul on Dawson Reef. That'll be his second.
And checking in for the Red Knights, number 3, Camden Carter, number 10, Jacob Daisy. Also number 12, Ron Lee checking in for the Red Knights.
Another wave of substitutions comes in for the Red Knights with 1:30 to go in the half. Inbound to Daisy as he worked into the lane, kicks it out for 3. That's short, but the offensive rebound for the Knights as it's worked back out toward the top of the circle for Best. 1:15 to go in the half. Daisy. Lee will work it around the perimeter as well. Trying to set the pick and roll. The floater goes down. That ties the game. Camden Carter with the bucket with under a minute to go in the opening half. We're tied at 24. Foss, who has 2 big threes here in the first half, gives off for Coleman, who's fouled as he was working around Ronald Lee. So Lee picks up his second. That's the 10th team foul. Coleman will go to the line to shoot a pair with the Hawks now in the double bonus. 42.8 to go in the opening half. First one is good. That puts the Hawks back in front, 25-24. Second one, though, isn't good, but the offensive rebound for Peterson as Peterson will kick it back out to Foss. Hawks, we will see if they want to try to hold for the last shot. So we come down to 30 seconds to go in the half. Foss and Peterson both getting some good minutes here in the opening half, perhaps something they liked against the Red Knights' ever-changing lineup as the Knights is kind of substituting in waves as the Hawks will hold for the last shot. Down to 5 seconds to go in the half and a steal. Back the other way is Carter, down to 2 seconds. Gets it to go and one. So Camden Carter came up with the big steal. Nicholson picks up his second foul, so Carter went coast to coast with it, got the bucket and the foul with .7 to go in the half, and the Red Knights are going to take the lead, most likely into the locker room. Yes, the free throw is good. 27-25, Red Knights leading. Nicholson will take the three-quarter court three, which will go off the top of the backboard. So Carter with that and one, putting the Knights ahead as we head into halftime. After the first half, it's Benilde St. Margaret's 27, Chaska 25. You're watching CHBN. Coverage presented by Kristen Nicholson with the Edina Realty. Mike and I will be back shortly. Stay tuned.
Good evening to all of you watching tonight. I'm Kristen Nicholson, realtor with Edina Realty and proud sponsor of Chaska Hawks basketball. I've had the privilege of living and working in this community for the past 20 years, as well as watching both of my boys, Cole and Brady, grow up as Chaska Hawks basketball players. Working in Chaska and the surrounding communities has given me the opportunity to open new doors for many new homeowners. Opening new doors just isn't about the process of buying and selling real estate. It's truly understanding the individual needs of each and every client and working to not only meet those expectations, but exceed them. From start to finish, I believe in providing a positive experience that puts you as the priority. I'm excited to announce the addition of the Arizona market to my portfolio of client services. I have partnered with the Ray Group and Berkshire Hathaway of North Scottsdale to bring you a smooth transition from one market to the next. Are you ready for that new view? Contact me today to start searching for your dream home in sunny Scottsdale. Thank you for supporting Chaska basketball. From my home to yours, enjoy the game.
times in that opening half, but then the Hawks fought back. Looked like the Hawks might go into the locker room with the lead, but in the final seconds of that opening half, Nicholson down low doesn't get it to go, but he's fouled. Camden Carter came up with a steal. Got a layup and the foul, hit the free throw. That put the Knights up by 2 heading into the locker room. Foul is on Wilson. That'll be his second. Nicholson at the line to shoot a pair. Nicholson, who had a fairly quiet first half with just 5 points. Somebody the Hawks would love to see get going here in the second half. Nicholson does hit the second free throw. That gets the Hawks back within 1, 27-26. Just 30 seconds into the second half. Carter works it back for Jadambola, and Jadambola driving in, left-hand layup down. 29-26, Red Knights in front. It's Coleman spinning his way into the lane. Gets into the corner, Lyles for 3. Doesn't get that to go, and Jadambola has the rebound. The Jadambola pass underneath, out of bounds. Trying to get it for the streaking Ryan Warren, as Warren and Jadambola have a little chat about the timing being a little off on that play. Along with producer, engineer, cameraman Mike York, I'm Patrick Lilia with you on this Friday evening from Chaska. Hawks looking to continue their hot streak. Coming off that huge win over Chanhassen on Tuesday, as that pass out of bounds will go over to the Red Knights. Still a lot to be decided in the Metro West Conference. If the Hawks can just keep winning games, they could still put themselves in a good position to get a home game in sectionals. Wilson spinning into the lane, drops it back for Jadambola. Jadambola working his way through, sets up Carter. Carter working his way on the wing, spins along the baseline, forced to kick it back out. As we'll see if the Red Knights continue to play as aggressively on defense as they did in that opening half, where they picked up a lot of fouls quickly. Was Ryan Warren able to pick up the lay-in, and that makes it a 5-point game at 31-26. Reef gets it over for Wall as Nicholson trying to get going. Nicholson spinning, hammers home the layup. Brady Nicholson hammers home the layup, 31-28. To Jadambola. Baseline jumper way too strong, but a foul.
Fouls on Hawks, number 3, Cameron Wall. His first, team's first.
Wall picks up his first. That's the first team foul of the half for the Hawks. As Jadambola will be at the line to shoot a pair. Hawks have led by small margins a couple of times in the game. Late in that first half, went on an 8-0 run to overcome a 21-13 deficit. Took a 3-point lead a couple of times. So Jadambola can't get either of the free throws to go. 15:25 to go in regulation. It's a 3-point lead for the Red Knights. A nice pick as Coleman switching hands, can't get the layup. Warren back the other way with it. Now we're going to foul underneath as the Red Knight bench audibly applauding the foul call. Wall picks up his second. That's the second team foul of the half. So Jadambola has it off the inbound, trying to set up Carter. Floater from the lane doesn't go as it catches on the front rim and falls back down. Wall at the free throw line, kicks it to Reef. Reef along the baseline. Nice pass behind him to get it to Wiles. Wiles. Wall double teamed again as the Red Knights continue swarming the ball in the front in the defensive backcourt. Nice pass. Lyles underneath, though, contested. Didn't get it to go. Will get a foul, though, as he tried to put it back, and the foul will go on Wilson.
Foul on Red Knights, number 34, Xavier Lumpkin, his first, team second.
I apologize. They'll give the foul on Xavier Lumpkin. That'll be his first. Second team foul for the Red Knights. Thus far have been a little cleaner on the foul sheet in the early stages of the second half as they were in the first half.
And on the floor for the Hawks, number 32, Simon Peterson.
Peterson back in as well for the Hawks. Lyles can't get he does get the second free throw to go. 31-30, Red Knights leading with 14:25 to go in the second half. Kicked into the corner, the three, unable to go for Ali Pate, but the offensive rebound and able to get it to go is Kaita. Knights back up by 3, 33-30. Keita picks up the offensive rebound. Lyles works it back on the near side. Reef driving his pass, batted high in the air, and the steal by the Red Knights. Ahead for Wilson. Wilson in the lane, able to prevent another steal from going the Hawks' way. Wilson against Lyles, spins into the lane. Lefty floater won't go. Lyles has the rebound. Quickly in transition is Reef. Reef forced to slow it down as he gives back to Coleman. Coleman cutting inside, can't get the layup. Now the Knights want to push the tempo, and then losing it is Warren as Lyles comes up with the steal. 13-14 to go in the second half. Timeout will be taken by Chaska. 13-12 to go in the second half. Red Knights 33, Hawks 30. We'll take a quick timeout as well here on CHBN and be right back. Back here at Chaska High School, coming out of the Hawks timeout. Coleman off the inbound. Nicholson, bounce pass trying to get it to Reef. It will go over to the Red Knights. Warren carries into the front court. Nicholson forced to bump him back outside. Kaita over on the near side. Kaita backing down Peterson. Gets it to go and one. Abu Keita comes up with another big bucket off the bench. He'll go to the line to try to finish the three-point play.
Fouls on Hawks, number 32, Simon Peterson.
Simon Peterson picks up the foul. That's his first. Keita doesn't get the free throw, but the Knights come up with the offensive rebound briefly, and then it's stolen away from Jalen Wilson. Hawks finding themselves down by 5 once again. It's Nicholson with the basketball. Nicholson backing his way into the lane, trying to fight his way through for the layup. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. Keita will pick up the foul. Nicholson will go to the line to shoot a pair, trying to cut the deficit back down to 3.
In the game now for the Red Knights. Number 10, Jacob Daisy, number 12, Ron Lee.
So Lee and Daisy will come back in for the Red Knights. Nicholson gets the second one. It's a 4-point game, 35-31. Lee will work it around the perimeter. Keita works it back into the corner for Daisy. Good ball movement from the Knights as driving into the lane is Lee, but he traveled.
Back in the game now for the Hawks, number 3, Cameron Wall.
Cameron Wall will check back in with 12:01 to go in regulation. Nicholson at the top of the arc. Nicholson able to work his way inside, and he gets the layup.
Nicholson.
Coleman gets the assist. A nice play by Coleman to take the basketball and quickly get it back to Nicholson, streaking into the lane. Working into the lane at the other end is Best. He'll have to kick it back out for Lee. Best at the free throw line. 15-foot jumper is good for Maddox Alapate. Still a 4-point game, 37-33 as we come down toward 11 minutes left to play in regulation. Nicholson. Coleman leaves back off for Nicholson. Nicholson drives into the lane and gets it to go. Nicholson starting to heat up a little bit. Had a quiet first half. Somebody the Hawks really need to get going here in the second half. Buckets on back-to-back possessions. Nicholson now with 10 as Daisy's free throw line jumper isn't no good. Pass ahead for Wall. Cross-court pass for Foss. Foss for 3, got it. Maddox Foss has his third 3 of the game. And the Hawks are in front, 38-37. Peterson will pick up a foul, working on Daisy on the end line.
Foul on Hawks number 32, Simon Peterson is second, team's 4th. In the game now for the Hawks number 24, Jacoby Lyons.
Second foul on Peterson, 4th team foul on the Hawks.
Also checking in for the Hawks number 10, Dawson Reed.
Zali Ponte will handle the inbound. Daniel Ijadambola just back into the game. Works it for Daisy. Daisy back in the corner with it. Zalapate, double team, spinning into the lane, working through 3 Chaska Hawks, and a foul underneath the basket.
Foul on Hawks number 10, Dawson Reed. It's his 3rd foul.
Dawson Reeve picks up his 3rd foul.
Maddox Alapate.
Zalapate will shoot a pair. doesn't get the first one to go. We talked about Alapate in the beginning. Last season a starter. This year has shifted, at least for tonight, into more of a sixth-man role. Doesn't get the second one. That ties the game at 38 with 9:47 left to go. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Chaska. Hawks and Red Knights in a tight battle as we head down the stretch. A big game for both teams in the Metro West, with 3 weeks left to go in the regular season. Foss off the inbound. He has 3 3-pointers in the game. 9 points for Maddox Foss. Nicholson will be unable to handle the basketball. It'll go out of bounds. Jadambola carries ahead. Daisy on the near wing sets up Best. Daisy trying to drive the baseline. Will kick it back out for 3 and off the mark. Rebound though kicking around. It's recovered by Best and he gets the floater in the lane as now the Red Knight students section, or fan section we should say, and their bench starting to get into the game. Foss in the backcourt nearly lost the basketball, and now he does lose the basketball. It's still on the floor. Lyle's eventually able to come up with it. Out of bounds. Are they going to give a timeout? Looks like they will give Chaska the timeout. The officials continue talking about it. Chaska has gone to their bench like they got a timeout, and now the Red Knights will follow suit. Kind of like the old fumble Ruski. Nobody wanted that basketball, and it eventually ended up on the sideline. So they call a jump ball, and the ball will stay with Chaska when we come out of the timeout.
Substitutions for the Red Knights, number 2, Ryan Warren, number 24, Jalen Wilson returning in. Returning to the Hawks, number 11, Andy Coleman.
Well, that's a very bizarre sequence. Red Knights leading by 2, 40-38. Coleman has it kick off of Best. They'll call it a kicked ball. The intensity ramping up here quickly on both sides in all the student sections and with the fans here at Chaska High School tonight. It's a 2-point lead for the Red Knights with 8:40 to go in regulation. Nicholson with the basketball. Lyles works it driving inside. Floater ties the game. Nicholson getting on track here in the second half. 40-40 our score with 8:20 to go in regulation. Best spinning into the lane, traveled.
In the game now for the Red Knights, number 3, Camden Carter, number 34, Xavier Luther.
Red Knights will make some more substitutions. Back into the game are Carter and Lumpkin. Nicholson, guarded by Wilson. Nicholson floater rolls in and out. Under 8 minutes to go in regulation. The Red Knights and the Hawks tied at 40. Warren works over Jadambola into the lane. Foul will be on the floor.
Foul on Hawks, number 24. Jacoby
Lyles picks up the foul. That's his second, sixth team foul. As we head down the stretch, Dawson Reef has 3 fouls for the Hawks. Everyone else with 2 or fewer for the Red Knights. No players yet with more than 2 with Ajadambola, Lumpkin. Warren to the free throw line, spinning into the lane, spins and hits. Warren puts the Red Knights back in front with 7:25 left in regulation. 42-40. Back at the other end, Coleman. Coleman forced to drop it back out of the lane. Lyles. The 3 goes down for Wall. Cameron Wall with the 3 that put the Hawks back in front. 7 minutes to play in regulation. It's a 1-point lead for Chaska, 43-42. Working into the lane is Warren. Warren able to get it underneath for Lumpkin, who can't finish, but he's fouled.
Foul on Hawks, number 3.
Foul is on.
This is third foul, team 7. At the line, shooting 2, number 34, team Olympic.
So they give the foul to Wall. The scoreboard says they gave it to Foss. First free throw no good for Lumpkin. Lumpkin does get the second. That ties the game back up at 43. Inbound nearly stolen as Wall goes out of bounds and it'll go over to the Knights. The double team immediately converged on Wall, who couldn't handle the basketball. We saw some of that lockdown defense from the Knights in the first half, but it did lead to a lot of early fouls. Knights have really cleaned that up here in the second half. Just 3 team fouls in the second half for Benilde St. Margaret's thus far. Ajadambola is fouled by Lyles. Noah Ajadambola will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Lyles picks up his third. 8th team foul on the Hawks.
Ajadambola to the line, shooting a 1-and-1.
As he hits the first, that puts the Red Knights back in front, 44-43. 6:32 left in regulation. And the second as well. 45-43, Benilde St. Margaret, 6:31 left to go in regulation. We head toward a tightrope finish. Nicholson spinning. Jumper is not there as he was trying the fadeaway. Back the other way come the Red Knights. Wilson spinning. Carter with the basketball. Carter dropping it back off for Warren. Lumpkin with the basketball will drop it back outside the arc once again. Warren trying to cut his way inside. Warren to Ajadambola, thought about the 3, lost the basketball, but they're going to say the Hawks tipped it, so it will not be an over and back. Ajadambola back with the basketball. Sets up the 3 off the front rim, but there to pick up the rebound and get the finish is Jalen Wilson. Now Wilson doing a good job following up with the offensive rebound and then gets the bucket.
Fouls on Red Knights, number 3, Camden Carter.
Foul at the other end is on Camden Carter. That'll be his first, the 4th team foul for the Red Knights. So a reversal of where we were in the first half, where the Hawks had a few fouls to give down the stretch. Now the Red Knights have a few fouls to give with 5:15 left to go. 2 fouls to give, to be specific, for the Red Knights. 47-43. Nicholson in the lane, layup, yes. Nicholson, who had a quiet first half but has come on here in the second half. Warren in the lane, laps it back outside the arc. Then losing the ball inside was Ali Pate. No foul called as they get it ahead for Reef. And a timeout will be taken with 4:28 left to go. So the Hawks call the 30-second timeout. We'll step away for just a few seconds as well. You're watching CHBN, 47-45, Red Knights leading.
Good evening to all of you watching tonight. I'm Chris.
We come out of the Chaska timeout, 47-45, Red Knights leading. Nicholson works it for Lyles. Nicholson driving through the lane, kicks it out for Wall. Wall able to open up the 3, but can't get it to go when Kita has the rebound. That was a good play by Wall as he was able to open himself up for the 3. Ali Pate at the other end with the basketball. Wilson will back it out. Leaves off for Warren. Warren gets into the lane, will work it back for Ali Pate. Thinking about the 3 was Kita, but chose not to take it. 3.5 minutes left to go. Lob inside as Ali Pate able to get it underneath for Best, and he's able to get it from underneath the basket. Samuel Best comes up with the big bucket that puts the Red Knights back up by 4, 49-45. 3:12 left to go in the game. Nicholson. Lyles works it back into the far corner. Now Nicholson back with the basketball. Wall was able to hold it in the front court. Wall works it back for Coleman. Nicholson along the baseline, double teamed. Contact, he's able to hold on to the basketball, was able to get it into the corner, and then Wall takes the straight on 3 and hits. 1 point game, 49-48, Red Knights. Warren driving, lost the basketball. He's able to get it back. Sets up Best for the straight on 3 off the back rim. Were the Knights able to save the basketball? Looks like they were able to get it off Lyles. As the Knights will take a timeout with 2:25 left to go. Cameron Wall with the big 3 that gets the Hawks back within 1, 49-48. We'll take a step aside for 20 seconds. We're back at Chaska High School. 2:25 left in regulation. The Red Knights leading 49-48. Coming out of the Benilde timeout, Ajadambola has the basketball. Hawks looking to come up with a big stop. Warren knocked off the basketball. Warren driving into the lane, met by Lyles. Jump ball. Chaska basketball. Well, Red Knights actually end up with the basketball. Well, the arrow is pointing the direction of Chaska. But in fact, it's Red Knight basketball with 2:01 left to go. Ali Pade off the inbounds. He drives the lane, kicks it out to Best. Best inside, gets it for Ajadambola. A great play by the Red Knights. If they get a big bucket, they go back up by 3 with 1:47 left. Coleman into the front court with it. Lyles, 1:35 left. So the Hawks don't necessarily have to play for a 3. Nicholson will take the 3 anyway, and he got it. Brady Nicholson has had such a great second half after the quiet first half. He has 20. We're tied at 51, 1:28 left to go. Timeout taken here on CHBN. We are back inside Chaska High School, 1:25 to go, 51-51. Some tense moments down the stretch. Ajadambola with the basketball for the Red Knights. Leaves off for Best as Best is fouled. That's the 4th on Reef, and that will send Ryan Warren to the line for a 1-and-1 that could put the Red Knights back in front. Red Knights still have 4 timeouts available. The Hawks with 2. Free throw good. Ryan Warren putting the Red Knights back in front. Doesn't get the second. It's just a 1-point lead. 1:10 left. Coleman into the front court. Timeout Chaska. Knights led by as many as 8 in the first half. Hawks have only led by as many as 3 Brady Nicholson, who had such a quiet first half, has come on strong in the second half. Hit that big three a moment ago that tied the game at 51 with 1:35 left, as we were speculating that Hawks didn't necessarily need to play for three, but they got Nicholson open on the wing. He took the three, he hit it, he tied the game. But then the foul at the other end that put Warren on the line. He made one of two that put the Red Knights back in front. Foul situation for the Hawks. They have 9 team fouls. Dawson Reef has 4. Cameron Wall and Jacoby Lyles each have 3. And the Red Knights still no one with more than 2. Just 4 team fouls for the Red Knights here in the second half. After that was something that they struggled with in the first half. Hawks were in the bonus at about the halfway mark of the first half. But the Knights cleaned up the foul trouble here in the second half. It's a 1-point lead for the Red Knights, 1:05 to go. Wall was able to inbound for Coleman. Coleman, with 58 seconds to go, gets it to Nicholson. Nicholson got the screen. Couldn't get the open shot as he leaves it back off for Wall. Coleman back with the basketball. Nicholson along the baseline. Nicholson loses it momentarily. He'll have to kick it back out, able to be brought down by Wall. Wall leaves for Lyles. Now Wall in the corner. Wall trying to get it underneath for Nicholson, and it's stolen by Jalen Wilson. Pass ahead into the front court as Lyles will be forced to foul Ajadambola. I wanted to say the Red Knights got a timeout off before Lyles committed the foul, so a break for the Hawks, as that will keep the Red Knights off the free throw line with 26.7 left to go. 26.7 left. It's Benilde St. Margaret's 52, Chaska 51. We run down the foul situation one more time. Dawson Reef has 4 for the Hawks. Cameron Wall, Jordan Lyles with 3 apiece for Chaska. For the Red Knights, still no player with more than 2 fouls apiece. 19 fouls for the Hawks here in the second half. The Red Knights with just 4. Along with Mike York, our producer, engineer, cameraman, I'm Patrick Lilia. It's been such a pleasure to be with you tonight. A thrilling finish from Chaska High School, the Red Knights leading by 1. Coverage tonight presented by Kristen Nicholson with Edina Realty. We thank Kristen for her generous support of Hawks basketball. Our next broadcast of Chaska Hawks basketball for the boys will be Tuesday night when they host Bloomington Jefferson at 7 o'clock. The Jaguars come in next. That'll be CHBN Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, when the Hawks host the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Ajadambola will inbound. 26.7 left to go. Inbound, he got it to Warren as Warren is then fouled by Wall. That'll be 4 on Wall.
Foul called on Hawks, number 3, Cameron Wall. That is his 4th foul, team's 10.
Warren will go to the line to shoot a pair. First one is short and off the front rim.
In the game now for the Red Knights, number 3, Camden Kerr.
Second one is good. That makes it a 2-point game, 53-51 with 24.9 left to go. Coleman works into the front court as he's guarded by Warren. Nicholson He'll take the three, and that's off the front rim. No good, but the offensive rebound came to Wall. Coleman for three. That's off the mark. 5 seconds left to go, and Warren is fouled. Hawks got 2 open looks. Reef with his 5th, and that will bring his night to a close with 5.5 seconds left in regulation. Warren will go to the line to shoot a pair. Foss comes into the game. Keep in mind, Foss had 3 3-pointers earlier in the game. Warren at the line to shoot a pair. Got the first. Got the second. It's a 4-point game. For all intents and purposes, it's a 2-possession game. Coleman off the inbound, down to 3. Coleman with the awkward shot out of bounds with 0.9 left, and the Red Knights are going to come out of here with the victory. Chaska asking, where's the foul? Coleman was trying the desperation 3-point heave. Now we have out on the floor is Dana Coleman. Coleman visibly upset and having to be held back as Coleman will pick up the technical foul. It's Coleman's desperation 3. Could have called a foul possibly on that. Zali Pate will take the technical free throw, which he hits, and that makes it officially a 2-possession game, 56-51 with 0.9 left. As Zali Pate hits the second as well. So the Red Knights come in, they weather a good challenge from the Hawks. Hawks battled, came back from the 8-point deficit they faced in the first half, but the Red Knights will be able to come out of here with the 57-51 victory. Our next broadcast of Chaska Hoops basketball Tuesday night when they host Bloomington Jefferson. Now the Hawks fought, but unfortunately unable to pull out the tough game this evening against the Red Knights. Brady Nicholson heated up in the second half. Hawks had some good looks on their second to last possession, trailing by just 1, but couldn't get the 3-pointers to go. Red Knights will win it by a final score of 57-51. For Mike York, I'm Patrick Lilia. One more time, our next broadcast of Chaska boys basketball Monday night against the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Have a good night, everybody. We'll catch you soon from an arena near you.